those of you coming in, just find a seat and I'll get started. My name is Andy Jeter. I actually am from Lee County. I teach at Diplomat Middle School. I'm a graphic design teacher, and I'm going to actually present the things that I've built my curriculum around, the programs that have allowed me to actually have my curriculum, what I teach in place, because I don't have a technology budget really. I have the computers I inherited from a previous class, and then basically built my whole curriculum based on being able to find creative solutions to not having money. So let me start us off here. I'm pressing the wrong button. There we go. All right, so bear with me for just a moment. All this setup is like kind of crazy. Today's students actually eat, drink, and speak technology, and it's really to our advantage to take this into account and to actually incorporate and integrate technology in our classroom. It also helps us to get our students ready for the future. They're going to be in jobs where they're going to use things like social networking. It's already happening. So much is being done over the web. We can't sit here and turn it down and say, we can't ban this technology. We have to embrace it. We have to find creative ways to incorporate it into our curriculum. So much technology now, and it costs money. And unfortunately, especially in these times, it's very expensive. We don't have the money as well. We don't have the budget. And so what we're going to focus on is some different types of technology, some freeware, cloudware, some creative solutions like getting grants, getting donations, things like that, so that you can get the software and the cool gadgets like the Wisdom classroom response systems that we're using in here, as well as some other things I'll show you in just a little while. And that way you can actually bring all this engaging technology into your classroom without having to, put yourself in the poorhouse, or put your school in the poorhouse for that matter. Let's see. Get used to this thing. All right, so what I'd like you guys to do, anytime you see this little icon up here, this little question mark, that means question. So that means you guys are going to interact. I'm going to have you guys all answer some sort of question. I'll have several questions throughout, and we're going to take a look and see how people are responding, what the majority of you feel or are answering about these questions, and we'll talk about it. And the first question, how much money is spent on technology for your classroom or computer lab each year? And it seems like most of you are starting to plug in. I see a percentage down there, and I think when that reaches 100%, we'll have full participation. And we'll take a look at the results. Excellent. All right, so I know I don't spend too much in my classroom because I use so many freeware programs and creative solutions. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, just in the interest of time. I hope everybody who wanted to respond got a chance, but I'm going to go ahead and move forward. And here are our results. It looks like 30% answered C, 500 to about $5,000. So yeah, that sounds about right for what I would think that most people would spend on their classroom or lab. And I'm going to stand by this and tell you I probably spent less than $100 on my classroom in the last year, and each year for that matter, because I do so many things with grants and finding other solutions besides having to spend money out of my own pocket or or the school budget for that matter. The grant, okay, great, thank you. All right, so, okay, now we're going to look at a definition of freeware. This is one of the topics we're going to discuss. First of all, a lot of you might actually already use some freeware. That might be a question will come up in a little bit, but Freeware is actually free software, and there are different types. Now, some of these aren't specifically freeware, like open source isn't freeware by itself. There's freeware open source programs. But open source is basically any software where the source code is free, which actually makes it free because anybody can take it and edit it, you know, help develop it for that matter. Cloudware is free, or most of the time it's you'll be able to access free cloudware programs. It's basically software that resides on the web. You don't have any of these programs actually on your computer. The only program you're using is your browser, and it's running through your browser. And often you can find some free cloudware programs. So I put it as a type of freeware, and we'll talk a little bit about that later. Donationware and careware are types of freeware where they're not telling you have to pay money, they're just saying it would be really nice if you gave us some money, or it would be really nice if you gave AIDS research money. That's what careware is. It's basically a way for you to donate to a charity in the name of the software company or group that created the software. Adware uses ads to basically create or to earn a profit for the programmers, and they place them in their programs rather than charging the user directly. And then shareware. A lot of shareware is trial or basic versions of costware or commercial software that will either expire, or sometimes it just means you can't save a file or you can't use certain functions. So there's some limitations to shareware, but there are also some software that's fully functional as shareware. You just don't have all of the extra bonuses. There might be some bonus features that you get in others. All right.